Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Wheeler and Lecter and Ollie with you on your Monday morning. Sorry for the sigh there on a Monday morning. We're having a good time. We're in good energy this morning, but it was just a topsy-turvy weekend. Obviously, the election results came in on Saturday, or whatever the hell's happening down there. And they did announce that Joe Biden is now the president. So there's that.
You don't have to pretend we're having a good time. Our listeners know.
They do?
They know what's going on.
Oh.
It's 7 a.m.
It's misery.
It's misery.
Well, it's Monday. It's not too bad. It's a short week this week, right? We got Wednesday off.
Split week. Yeah.
Remembrance Day. I mean, we don't call it a holiday.
Yeah.
What?
You can't say you have it off.
No, we don't have it.
No.
You're right.
People
but I mean, we
about
will
that.
not be doing a show on Remembrance Day.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying. Also, yesterday, not unexpected, sad news. Alex Trebek passed away. But that was kind of the weekend. It's like a sense of relief and then a sense of sorrow. 2020 will not just let us have 24 straight hours of like, all right.
Just keeping us humble.
That's not too bad. Yeah. Just keep us on our toes, 2020. Whatever you can throw at us next. Well, here's the thing. 2021 is going to be a breeze, hopefully, because we'll have been prepared for it.
Why would you say that?
Why would I jinx it? Well, because I think
it can't possibly
get
worse. Can it?
I didn't finish the sentence. I did not finish the sentence. It's Monday morning. It's only -3. It's quite lovely out.
2021's in the bag.
In the bag. That's right. Get your rings. Plan the parade. 2021. Gonna be a breeze.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Monday morning. Well, let's just tear off the Band-Aid, I suppose. Yesterday, we were all served with some pretty sad news. Again, not totally unexpected, as he has been battling pancreatic cancer for the last couple of years. Alex Trebek passed away yesterday. And you know what? Across the board, just everybody just genuinely sad about this. Genuinely heartbroken about losing Alex Trebek, a great host and a seemingly great guy. There was an episode actually that aired, I think, on Friday, because he was still doing shows, right? His last show will actually air December 25th. It'll air on Christmas Day, that he just finished. I think the producer said he finished it less than 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So he filmed his last show less than 2 weeks ago. Obviously, took a bit of a turn after that. But he'd been battling his pancreatic cancer, and it looked like it was going well. And then he came back on, I think, in April or May, I think it was, and said, listen, it's gotten worse, and we should all kind of prepare for this.
Yeah.
He's, continuing to fight. But so there's been a lot of emotion, a lot of emotional moments on there since then. There was one in April or May, right after he made that announcement, that a guy, his bet was, "We love you, Alex."
Right.
And he lost, but he said, "We love you, Alex." And Alex got choked up. And it's very lovely to see the amount of just respect for him. And everybody saying very similar things. I've watched this show for 30 years. I every night watch this show. And it was the same with us. When we had cable, we would watch it every night. You try to catch it every night, catch the end of it, catch Double Jeopardy, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
And there's even episodes of Jeopardy on Netflix, which still strikes me as very odd.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I got to watch this episode from 1987 where half the answers are wrong.
We were watching those for a bit.
Yeah.
They have their saga collections of certain winners who went on streaks, and you can watch those.
Yeah,
and,
those are good. And are the answers applicable anymore? I'm sure some of them are, but I'm sure some of them have changed.
Some of them are fairly recent. But,
yeah, that's right.
But it's tough. I mean, it's one of those things where, with celebrity deaths, there's always the initial outpouring of grief and condolences and that, and then you start to hear other things creep in, and people are like, well, maybe this is why we shouldn't, make such a big thing about this, and that can go either way. It's it's always. There's always something a bit icky about digging into,
Are you about to drop a bomb about Alex Trebek?
No, I was going to say that he's one that I just...
Okay, I don't think anything's going to come up?
I don't see that coming.
God, I hope not.
But
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and you're always kind of hesitant in this day and age, with social media everywhere. You're always kind of hesitant now to make like, to call celebrities like your heroes or your idols or something like that. But like Alex Trebek was one that I feel like that was safe.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything to worry about.
Well, it's like Mr. Rogers, right? I mean, he's like not to compare the two, but I mean, like another celebrity that passed away. Where like, I mean, if you do all the digging you want, you're probably not going to find something.
Yeah.
There's that one still picture of him giving the camera the middle finger, but that's about
just
it.
Awesome.
But that's just him counting because he was counting on his fingers. It's such a great picture.
Well, I just gained him more fans.
That's
too,
right.
Either way,
Absolutely. It's
even
like,
if it
oh
was,
man, I didn't realize Mr. Rogers was such a badass.
even if it was a legit picture.
Yeah.
I like to think Mr. Rogers went out and flipped a few cars one night.
Yeah, that's right.
And
just
one
steam. Yeah. One time he came in, he was sick of the kids. He's like, you know what? Up yours, children.
That's right.
But I think you're right. I think Alex Trebek is going to be one of those, and one of the episodes, and I think it aired just in the last couple of days on Friday, Thursday or Friday this week. The first time it was a new champion. His name was Bert Thacker. He's an immigrant from India, and he at the end he's like, or when Alex asks, all the contestants, do you have anybody watch for you? Want to say hi to anybody? He said, do you have anybody watching? And he said, well, I'm going to get emotional here, and I got to. He said, I learned English from you. I used to sit on my grandfather's lap, and we'd watch you every night. So thank you so much. And like that's an enormous thing. That's an incredible impact to have on somebody. And I've heard that story before. Like it's been a joke in a movie I've seen, I'm sure, where it's just like, where'd you learn your English? Jeopardy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And like, because it's just it's well written. It's framed in such a way that it's easy to grasp, and it kind of shows the vagaries and the kind of like the weird eccentricities of the language we speak, which is just the weirdest language ever. Well,
and he would always just say slang before he threw out a slang term.
That's right.
It was so helpful.
Yeah, like when he would talk rap lyrics. Oh, it's incredible to hear Alex Trebek talk rap lyrics.
Perfectly enunciated.
Absolutely.
Every time.
Yeah, such a good... it's 37 years as the host of Jeopardy on TV for more than half his life. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible career and an incredible impact he had. And again, across the board, everybody knows what Jeopardy is. And like that story of Bert Thacker and his family. And I'm sure there's countless other families that they learned English or just like made that part of their viewing. It's like not only how you learn the language or can learn the language, but learn the culture.
Yeah.
Like whatever culture we have here, but the culture of Western civilization, history, art, music, all these things where you can kind of get some insight into the zeitgeist, I guess is the word. And and an incredible impact that he had, and a Canadian boy. So that's also a matter of pride. So yeah, not unexpected, but he put up a good fight. No, I don't like using that. I don't like saying the fight. I don't like saying that anymore.
You know what always strikes me too about Jeopardy is more so than any other game show, and I hesitate to even call it a game show because that kind of lends a bit of like kind of cheesiness to it, where Jeopardy was not really cheesy. It is a game show. It wasn't
cheesy, but it is a game show.
Yeah, when you want to boil it down to a genre, it was a game show, but it was a quiz show.
Yeah,
so it's a little different. Not Supermarket Sweep, right?
That's right.
Like there's not really a kinship between the two, but more so than any other game show, like I can't remember a time when it really felt like Jeopardy had peaked.
No. It's just because it keeps up with the culture. It keeps adding references. It keeps adding questions. It changed with the times. It adapted. It was kind of a timeless show. It's like, this is
And it was on TV like our entire lives. It was always there. Yeah. Alex Trebek, the host, the entire time. Like
he was the host for I'm 38. He was host for 37 years.
Yeah, and all that time, I feel like I had moments in my life where I would suddenly become aware from just talking to other people of like that Jeopardy was still such a huge part in their lives. It was not like it had this moment where everyone was
it's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Exactly,
it's not the weakest link. It's like
say.
Where everybody like watches like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire became so big that it became a syndicated.
It was
TV
a
show.
phenomenon.
Yeah, it became a 5-day-a-week thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeopardy was like it was just always there.
Always there.
Yeah, and never really went away. I just think that's so special.
So a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I saw a few posts where it was like, well, how do you do this now without him?
Well, you got to wonder,
Yeah, who do you get to host? Because, I mean, the show is still the show, and I'm sure he would want it to continue.
Yeah.
Because he loved it so much. But who do you get to host this thing?
Yeah.
Not Wayne Brady.
No.
Love you, Wayne Brady. I don't want you to host Jeopardy.
Not Drew Carey.
Yeah, not Drew Carey because, well, he's got a gig.
He's busy.
And I love Wayne Brady. I really do. I just don't want to. I want Trebek's comedy. I don't want Wayne Brady doing a bunch of improvising and singing.
Don't want dancing on Jeopardy.
I don't want it.
Don't want it.
I don't want new Jeopardy. I don't want new things in Jeopardy. I want someone to step in and be like, I'm going to try to do this as well as Alex Trebek, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring my own spin to it or anything like that. I don't want things to change. Yeah, it was. It's unfortunate, but I mean, he went out like he went out. He said recently that he was ready. Like if this is the way we're going to go, then we're going to go this way.
Yeah.
And there's something powerful about being able to. I mean, he's 80 years old. There's something powerful about being able to make peace with something before you do it.
Yeah.
And be and leave with your family around
in front of the world, no less.
In front of the world.
Yeah. And to go with that type of grace and that he always carried himself with. It's
Absolutely.
just
Yeah. So condolences to his family and to all the fans out there of Jeopardy, of which we are a couple. It's a sad day for Jeopardy fans. And rest in peace to Alex Trebek, one of the best.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Over the weekend, some, relieving news for some of us. It was announced that Joe Biden is now the president-elect, the 46th president of the United States of America. And Kamala Harris is the first person of color. Well, the first woman of color and the first South Asian person to be elected to the vice president's office. There you go.
very cool.
Very cool. Some history-making stuff over the weekend. A sense of relief. And even, okay. I'm unabashedly not on the Trump side. I'm not super, anyway, whatever. I'm fairly happy. Fairly happy about what happened.
Good.
I mean, there's
I'm
still
glad you're happy.
still a lot of work to do, obviously, and a lot of people just having a sense of relief. A lot of people on the other side saying, why is it such a relief? And it's just even if it's not about broad sweeping policies about immigrants or transgender people or the LGBTQ community that would go against them, the black community, the poor, education, healthcare, sweeping policy changes. Hopefully coming for a lot of these communities. Even if Trump won and it was still that, it's the fact that you don't have to turn on the news every day and see a tweet or see a piece of video of a piece of human garbage saying something garbagey. That's terrible wording, but saying something that you're just like, what the F is going on? How can someone say that? That's a leader of a country, or how can you see a leader of a country just struggling to make it to the end of a paragraph without actually saying anything? The best things. My uncle once said that the best thing. My uncle's a very smart man, very smart, very large, very well endowed, and the great university education. He once said that the thing about nuclear power is
you gotta bring that tone down a little.
Just I know, but it's just.
No, I mean for your Trump impression.
No, it's not even a Trump impression. It's just the impression of an entitled, puckered butthole trying to speak. It's that. Mm-hmm. Even if you your life isn't super changed by who's elected. Easy on that, by the way, because there are people in your life that are are very affected by who gets voted in,
and you are affected by.
You are.
If you
exactly.
live in Canada, there's no question.
There's no question about it. Our relationship with the U.S. is integral to our economic viability as a country. But even if you're not affected by those other things, you are. But even if you think you're not, just not having to wake up to that nonsense every day is a huge thing.
Yeah,
just a sense of relief. Joe Biden might do some things that are going to be terrible. There's going to be some policies. There's going to be some decisions. There are going to be some things that he does that make people mad. Yeah. And what I saw over the weekend is that it's okay to not really be in either camp. But this is what we don't have to deal with anymore. Now the fight goes to him. Now the fight goes to the other guy. And we still got to fight. The people in the U.S. are still going to have to fight for certain things. But now the fight is not against walls and walls of garbage, of human decency, just rotting away.
Just a black hole of truth.
A black hole of truth. A person that's going to lie, some told 600,000 times through his presidency, to a person a little bit more polished,
Yeah.
obviously, for more than 40 years in public office, and may have some things that you disagree with. At least you're not going to have to go through this landmine, this minefield of garbage and nonsense in order to get to the point.
Yeah.
So that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's like this weight that you don't have to carry. And I mean, yeah, there's still fighting to be done.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be times where there's going to be American citizens who hate Joe Biden. Even people who voted for him are going to be like, oh, are you kidding me with this decision?
Yeah.
But at least you don't have to wake up to that every morning.
It's-
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
It's nice that we, from a social media perspective,
Yeah.
you don't have to care about what Donald Trump tweets about anymore.
Right? At all.
You
At
don't
all.
have to care.
Well, for the next couple of months, you might.
Like, not even really. It's the lame duck period.
Did you see the his Twitter after the day, like the whole day of Saturday?
No, I've
the
been
whole afternoon.
actively avoiding it.
There was, I think, 10, 12 tweets in a row, and they were all blocked out by Twitter's like, this may not be factually accurate. see why this is blocked. See why this is, because he was just lying.
Yeah.
Lying through his teeth. And that's just what he does. That's how he conducts business. And that's why, like, it's a country cannot be run like a business, because in business, people lie to get ahead. People lie in order to get advantage on people. And I mean, politics can be very much the same way, but the whole point is that maybe it's not that same way.
And let's be honest.
No!
The Joe Biden campaign.
Yep.
There's going to be times in the next 4 years when maybe they don't flat out lie to your face, but they're going to leave things out.
Of
that
course, they
don't
have
need
to leave
be.
things out.
That's part of the gig.
He can't be like, well, this is our Christmas message. We just want to wish happy Christmas to everyone out there, people who don't celebrate it, people who do. By the way, there's a nuclear threat that we're dealing with right now. I just made a decision this morning that's going to cost the lives of 1,000 people, but it's going to save the lives of 1 million. So happy Christmas. Make sure you buy local. Like, yes, there's things. And when someone of that much power is elected, they're going to make decisions that cost the lives of people, and there it is. Like, you have to make these huge decisions.
Yeah. But there's a stark difference.
There's a stark difference
between that and just blathering nonsense.
Well, and the thing they brought up was decency.
Yes.
Just a decency. I don't care if Donald Trump was the greatest statesman, like the greatest the greatest negotiator, the greatest policy guy ever. He could do all of that, but if he comes out and he and mocks them and mocks people with disabilities and makes allusions to people being less than because of their race or their sex or whatever,
right?
It's grotesque.
Yeah,
it's grotesque. It's not something you want to listen to. It's not something you want to hear every day. So.
No, I mean, above all, you just it is the opportunity to see a shred of decency and decorum come back
just
to the presidential office.
Something, because like the best burn is not like, oh, that guy's stupid. The best burn is saying something diplomatic and walking away. You know what I mean?
So if the last 4 years has taught us anything.
Yeah, if the last 4 years have taught us anything, is that Donald Trump is a meth addict who's probably got dementia.
Having said that, I can't wait for the return of the Celebrity
Oh,
Apprentice.
I cannot wait, because it's just going to be filled with his
We
staff.
can choose to watch it.
Kellyanne
now.
Conway's going to be on there. Sean Spicer's going to be on there.
Oh,
my
what
God.
the things they're going to come up with! It's going to be a great show.
Oh my God!
I'm
Never-
just glad it's not running the country.
Never, ever, 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 ever. Regardless of what side you're on. Never again.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
It is Monday morning, and with that comes Ollie Williams. Another story of Ollie Williams' embarrassment. No, I'm joking. It's not about
for
you
me.
at all.
This is
it's
great.
not about you at all.
These
No,
are my
but
favorite stories.
This is something. This is something that we've talked about before. Putting up Christmas decos before Remembrance Day. A lot of people get upset about it because they want us to, lead up to Remembrance Day, do that, honor the fallen, and then move on to Christmas.
Yeah.
However, stores do not do that. Walmart had their Christmas decos up on Halloween Day. That's the day they put them up. So, stores, blah blah blah. I was in there yesterday looking for vacuum bags, walking around the aisles and being like, we should probably start shopping for Christmas. And actually ran into a friend of mine who was like, we're starting now because by next week all of this will be gone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because no one's going anywhere. So none of that shopping is being kind of parsed out to other places. A lot of people will wait until they get down south for their vacation, go to a real mall, and do some shopping.
Well,
it's part of the whole thing.
I hope everyone on your list really wanted vacuum bags.
Oh, my God. I got 3 of them last night.
Okay, well, good.
You guys are on my list.
All right.
You guys got a Kenmore or a Panasonic? Canister vacuum now. None of this bagless nonsense.
Bagless all the way.
All right. Well, I guess we're not getting a
Vacuum bag.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, this is an Arm & Hammer vacuum bag. All right. It took me a while to find them. But we know that Remembrance Day is coming up on Wednesday. And people, like I said, do get a little upset if you put those decos up before Valentine's Day. And with that, a segment entitled Sarah's Early Xmas. Ollie, Sarah has started to put up her Christmas decos and has received some backlash.
Yeah, the dramatic tension from this story may be somewhat gone from the introduction to it.
Buried it.
It is essentially what you described took place.
Okay, well, describe it further.
Yeah. So Saturday for a lot of people, for reasons that are far too difficult to comprehend, was a day of celebration. So people suddenly, I'm aware of quite a few people in this town who decided, you know what, we are all happy enough today that those decorations are going up.
Absolutely.
And so, Christmas tree went up in Sarah's house. She stuck that on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think the caption was like, well, why not?
Yeah, why not? I saw the post. It looked lovely.
To which the response she got from some other Yellowknife on Instagram, who she doesn't even know.
Because people died, that's why.
Was, you're very good at getting ahead of the story today.
Sorry.
Was the effect of, well, because it's not Remembrance Day yet. I get that there is this incredibly unofficial thing where some people don't want you to put up Christmas decorations before Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day is official.
Remembrance Day is official, but this unofficial
the
weird
rule
rule
is not official.
Like, why? And I've never really understood why.
Well, especially on this year of all years, celebrate whatever the hell you want. If you want to put your Christmas decorations up in September, go for it.
Yeah.
The year doesn't mean anything anymore. The time is irrelevant this year. If you want to celebrate the Christmas spirit at any time, go nuts.
Of all the issues facing the world, I find it highly unlikely that the fallen in combat who we commemorate on Remembrance Day would take vast issue with people doing so while they have a Christmas tree
Exactly
up.
My thinking as well. We find ourselves in agreement for a very rare time. But I feel very much the same way. I don't think... Well, because the other argument is that these people need to be remembered, absolutely, unless we forget.
But you can do that at the same time as have a nice looking living room with a tree lit up in it.
Human beings have to be singular. We can't be two things at once. I can't start celebrating Christmas, but also if I do that, I can't possibly give enough reverence to the fallen that we're supposed to remember. Here's the other argument for that is that veterans who are still alive are we do this because these people made the ultimate sacrifice. We fought and died for your freedoms, which include celebrating Christmas whenever the hell you choose. So I feel the same way that the fallen, or even I'm not sure of any veterans who feel this way, but who'd be oh, just put it up. You can do both things. You can have that moment of silence on Remembrance Day. You can have that reverence. You can reach out to a veteran and say thank you for your service while still being hey, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever you celebrate during this time of year. It's super easy to do. And it doesn't make a ton of sense. I get the argument, and at the same time, I don't really understand the backlash.
Well, you two have built up quite a defense.
Oh, here it comes.
I'm sorry to say
Lord,
that the first time that you two agree, you're wrong.
Wow. Okay.
It's a simple show of respect. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you wait till after Remembrance Day, and I don't actually have so much of a problem with decorating your house for Christmas, but I certainly understand the people who are against stores putting up all of the Christmas stuff.
I can see that.
And I think we can all agree that on Halloween Day is
a bit much.
It's early,
but you got to get that.
Early.
Well, you got to get that shopping. You got to get just like what I felt this weekend. You got to get that itch.
You
got to put that itch in people's lives immediately. No, of course you don't.
Have to.
Of course you don't. But they do, and a lot of people have been asking places like Walmart or wherever to, can you please not do this until after Remembrance Day, which is fine.
And it would be very easy for them to not.
Absolutely.
They choose not to.
Corporations,
that is their want.
Corporations and stores are not people as much as the U.S. would love us to think that they are.
Yeah.
So people can do whatever the hell they want. Stores
Absolutely.
should be more respected.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, you're good with people putting up decorations indoors in their own homes?
I don't personally have an issue with it, but I can see why others might.
So where are they supposed to get the decorations from if we're not allowing the stores to put the decorations out?
Everyone already
just wait
has
until
Christmas
Thursday.
decorations.
That's true.
Ollie.
But you just wait till Thursday.
Nobody's going out and buying a brand new.
But he's saying
wave
you
of
can put up
Christmas
decorations before Remembrance Day. I'm saying, where do you get them from?
But well, there you go. But anyway, he's right.
You get them
most
from
people
your
have
basement.
a stash of Christmas.
So
trees.
if you're unprepared, then it's more fool you, no Christmas.
Well,
okay,
absolutely
okay.
right. No, if you're new to
so
this
the thing
country
is-
and you haven't bought stuff yet, and you wait until after Remembrance Day, as Don Cherry says,
Let's
get
not,
the hell out.
Yeah, there we go. There it was. I was like, this will end in a Don Cherry quote. I thought to myself, and
That's
it
right.
did.
Well, that's the thing. But that's the attitude of so many people. Like, if you're here, you do this. That's the way it is, or
Right.
you're not Canadian, or you're not showing
just-
respect.
listen,
And it's just a bit much.
It's just the relentless search for a cheap and easy hill to die on.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And I understand. I understand the argument,
was,
showing reference and showing that respect. I don't think it's disrespectful to put up Christmas decorations and you can do this. You can do both things. I can put up
is
Christmas
possible.
decorations, and I can also show respect.
It
to
is
the fallen.
possible not to be not offended.
Yeah,
like it is
yes.
just like there is a lot of effort goes on in the day and age that we live in to find something to be offended about on a daily basis. It is okay not to be,
and seemingly inconsequential things, because we're not talking. But we're not having a disagreement about human rights. We're not having a disagreement about who gets to get married and who gets support from the government or whatever. We're not having a debate about that. We're having a debate about whether or not you can put up a bunch of silly decorations to celebrate something that you may not even believe in, but it's something that we do.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Remembrance Day, we can do the same thing. We can wear the poppy. We can give money. We can reach out to veterans. We can do all these things. The hill to die on people that die on this hill.
I really wish you would stop using that metaphor.
Fair enough. No,
Quite frankly, when we're
you're
talking
absolutely
about
right.
war,
It's a bad thing to say.
That's not
the
a good one.
best thing to say. It's true. But I mean, like, I think we've all got veterans. We've all got people who served in the military in our families, and I think that we can do both.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not wrong, but it is also a very simple show of respect to just wait till November 12th.
Absolutely. And I do. Like, we don't have any Christmas decorations up.
You still have a month and a half.
I'm not a terrible person.
You still have more than a month to have your Christmas decorations up. And let's be honest, you're probably going to leave them up for a month after anyway.
Do you know why, though, that we start celebrating this earlier and earlier every year? Well,
because life gets worse and worse.
That's fair enough. That's exactly right. We're going to have Halla Christmas very soon. But one of the reasons we all do in North America, especially, is that the American holidays are Thanksgiving through Christmas and New Year's. Like, that's the holiday season. Is America. So like next week is Thanksgiving. So you celebrate through Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's.
Yeah.
Right? And in the States on November 11th, what is it called? Armistice Day? Or something like that?
Well, they don't have Remembrance
They don't really
Day.
have
They
a Remembrance Day,
Memorial
right?
Day and Veterans Day.
Yeah, that's right. Is
Those
Memorial
are-
Day this week, or is it Armistice Day or whatever?
I actually don't know.
I actually don't know
I
either.
always forget what days those are, but yeah. Up here in Canada, obviously it's Remembrance Day. And yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, it's a free country, and I don't think people should be dumped on or criticized or roasted over the coals or whatever else for making their choice if they want to put up their Christmas decorations early. Like you said, I mean, put up. It's been a garbage year.
Yeah, put them up.
Put up your
you want
Christmas
to celebrate joy? Do it.
If you want to do it in July, fine.
Absolutely. Some people did.
That's absolutely fine. I personally, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to scream at anyone for doing that.
You've been screaming at me for the last 5 minutes.
But for the people who do feel strongly about it, I think it's a very reasonable ask for just a simple show of respect. If you don't have your Christmas decorations up already, it would be understandable if you did. But if you don't, just hold off till November 12th.
Fair enough. And you're absolutely able to do that. But like you said, no one needs to go out of their way to tell somebody.
No. If you
right?
if you're like screaming at people and calling them awful people for putting their Christmas decorations up now, calm down.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Calm down.
But on the other side, perhaps consider remembering just a little longer.
Sarah is, and Sarah's put up her decos. It looks great. We're talking about it too. We'll probably wait because, we don't need to have them up this early. That's fine. But if you do, you want to celebrate that joy, go for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Live and let live. Oh, wait.
And
no,
now
that
some
was Live and Let Die.
wings. No, we don't have any wings lined up. Ollie, anything to add?
Oh, no.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
We had planned to play a little Beanboozled, but I took a whiff of these Jelly Bellies, and I don't want to play no more.
Where did that come from? What's with the Beanboozled?
Sibba
Okay.
mentioned it on Friday, Beanboozled a game. So you get these Jelly Bellies, right, in a box, and they've got, you know how they make flavors for, you know how Harry Potter had flavors, like bad flavors of jelly beans?
Right.
So Jelly Belly used to make those. They used to make packs of them where you'd have a mixture. You'd have, like, chocolate pudding mixed with dirt.
Right.
Or, like, lime mixed with boogers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is essentially that.
Just flew off the shelves.
Pretty much. It did. I remember buying them and like giving candy out before a show, and people would be like, "Oh, thanks." That's exactly what they sounded like. So Beanboozled, there's 2 new flavors in this. This is the 5th edition. So what you're supposed to do is take this little spinny wheel, right?
Okay.
And each good flavor has a bad flavor that's the same color.
A counterpart.
A counterpart.
Okay.
A bad flavor counterpart. So you have things like berry blue.
Okay.
And in the same color, you have toothpaste.
Well, depending on the toothpaste.
So you spin to win. So I got it on toasted marshmallow or stink bug.
Stink bug.
So you pick the one that looks like that one there. So because they all look very different,
Right.
And you eat it.
Okay,
So-
but how does the game work?
It's not really a game. You just spin and eat. It's spin and eat, which is a classic game.
Spin and eat.
So I'm picking. Okay, I don't want either of those. So I
Okay.
don't want toasted marshmallow. I'm spinning.
So it's just like kind of a throw things in your mouth and see what happens kind of game.
That's the best game of best game of all time. I love playing that game. Put this in your mouth and see what happens. So this one is juicy pear
Okay.
or booger.
Ugh.
Okay, so here we go.
It even looks like a booger.
Oh,
Oh, that's good breakfast radio right there. People are loving that. So that was juicy pear. I can't imagine how bad booger tastes.
I hate pears. Oh, God, it was salty.
You didn't even want to do this.
I know, but then we started talking about it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. All right. Well, you have to do one now.
All right. Okay.
So I'll spin
Do I
it.
get to choose?
Yeah, I'll
you have
spin
to spin it. Okay.
And then you got to pick one of the ones that looks like it.
All right. Sounds good. Are we going to continue to just make this a bit? Like everyone has to
Everyone's got to do it.
take a dare, a Beanboozled dare.
Okay, so you got blue. So pick one of the blue ones.
Blue. Okay.
So blue is berry blue or toothpaste. So you got
All these blue ones are
all the blue
one
ones
or
are
the
like
other?
either
Okay.
yeah. So they're all look that different so that you can pick. So pick a blue one.
Okay.
They all look the same. At least you got blue or toothpaste. I mean,
Yeah.
at least toothpaste is going to taste minty.
Yeah.
Mine tasted like a booger.
All right. Here we go. They've all got these weird little. Oh, those are little.
It just says Jelly Belly on it.
I see.
Eat it.
Okay. All right. Here
I
we
should
go.
have picked a better one for you. That's just going to be minty.
No, that's toothpaste.
All right.
That's not bad.
That's not
I
bad,
don't
right?
mind that.
Toothpaste is fine.
Oh.
I'm sure there's some people out there who would love like toothpaste flavored jelly beans.
Oh, I feel like I'm just starting my day off right.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Yeah, me too. Nice warm booger in my mouth. Don't let anybody tell you that boogers don't taste good. They taste great. And kids, if you're listening, which you probably aren't, if you pick your nose, don't let anybody make you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Your dad picks their nose, and your mom does too. Sometimes you just got to clean house.
Also, don't swallow your toothpaste.
Don't swallow your
It
toothpaste.
tastes good in your mouth.
Try not to swallow your
Not-
boogers.
Yeah.
You just pick them out of there and spit them out.
So tomorrow
Yes.
we have a few special guests coming on the show,
We do,
don't we?
I guess.
Didn't you set that up?
I did.
You said
We have
you
one
did?
guest coming.
Wait. Oh, one guest.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, I got confused. You said the kids, and now I.
I said when we have the kids on. I mean, Braca and Siba.
right.
Like when we have them on, we'll do this again. But I mean, we were going to do it, but we've now done it.
Well, I mean, they got to do it now.
I ate a
too.
booger.
Yeah.
So,
So, Siba has to eat dirt.
yeah.
Bracco has to eat
rotten eggs.
Rotten eggs.
Yeah, and we won't even play it
Or
with the
at
Beanboozled
least
game.
take the chance.
We'll just bring in a rotten egg and some dirt. Like, this is what you have to eat, and you have to tell me if it's a jelly bean or actual dirt.
And not that high quality dirt either.
Yeah, that stuff's loaded with nutrients.
Yeah.
Jelly bellies can't compete with that. So yeah, we'll do that. But tomorrow,
That's fun. I like
tomorrow we have up and coming rising star in Yellowknife, Bridget Rusk, friend of the show, Cabin Radio Zone at this point. I think she doesn't have a show on it, but I mean, we made her what she is.
that. Mornings at the Cabin favorite.
That's right. Morning is a Cabin favorite. Bridget Rusk will be on tomorrow. Talk about the Pitch This, which she won over the weekend with Curl Friends. There's a trailer up. We'll share it a little later on. It's fantastic. She's fantastic. We'll talk to her tomorrow. That's going to do it for us, though. Eating boogers and toothpaste on the morning show. That's how we do here. Okay? You guys have yourself a fantastic day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye!
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.